I think if you look at the slide here, it shows that we have over 600 medical centers in Hong Kong and Macau. We processed 2.8 million patient visits last year, and for IT that has a large implication. It sounds, however, very simple. The reality is that out of those clinics, there are Western medicine clinics, Chinese medicine clinics, dental clinics. We have a large lab business. We have a large pharmacy business. We have the largest nursing agency in Hong Kong. So that, for an IT department, makes it difficult. It means a lot of different systems, a lot of different data sources, and I think what we realized in the beginning of this year, a lot of different Excel sheets as well, spread throughout the company. So as a business, if you want to have much more dynamic and accurate decision making, our senior management team always wants to have that information now. Not just to understand what problems we had in the past or what problems we're dealing with now, but also looking forward to, where do we open our next clinic? What kind of specialty do we want to have in that clinic? How large should that clinic be? What kind of volume do we have there? So when you have all that information spread out across different systems, it makes that decision-making process incredibly difficult. And usually, the decision-making process takes too long for you to actually catch an opportunity. So this is an area where we said we really need to improve this from a senior management level. And that's where we started working with IBM to see how can we consolidate that data into a single warehouse, and how can we have a front end onto that data to allow us to look at the information in a standardized way, in an accurate way, and I would say even in a very interactive way. Usually when you ask an IT department to present a report, I think we heard it earlier from the keynote speaker, it takes a week to get that report. But I think the bigger problem is that it's just that report. Very often senior management will have follow-up questions. Let's look at it from a different angle. What about that? And then that single report, you have to go back to the IT department. They again have to spend a week to generate the additional questions. And like that opportunity is already gone. So this is an area where we said, okay, let's solve that problem. And I think we've been working since April with you guys. And I think we're about to go live with our solution at the end of this month.
That would be great. Okay, thanks for that.
Yep.
As a CIO of the company, do you think it's difficult to convince the senior management going to deploy this kind of solution? Or how difficult are you going to tell them what's the procedure, what's the process behind the whole project?
Senior management buy-in, while essential for this project, is usually senior management that's asking for these numbers.
So they initiate it.
Getting their buy-in is probably not the biggest challenge. I think the biggest challenge in rolling out a large BI solution in your company is making sure that senior management supports it to all the departments, making them understand that this is not an IT project, but it's actually a strategic project for the company. It's installing Cognos is probably a one-day work, right? But getting all those data sources into a data warehouse with your ETL tools, making sure that those data sources are standardized in your data warehouse, getting, how do you say it, consistent terminology about your data. One version of the truth. I mean, that's something that we've dealt with a lot. So if you go to one department, they'll calculate something and it'll come up with number X. A different department will calculate that same thing and come up with a different number. So getting consistency of your numbers across the board, that's something that's really important. So that's, I would say, is a major challenge. And big success factor.
That's great. Thank you.